Hello YouTube, I'm Frostfire and welcome to another reaction video. The title of this video, Are Anti-Furries Okay?, intrigued me because furry haters genuinely confuse me, and I will always take any opportunity to see furries make fun of them or whatever the case may be. So let's see what Beta has to say.
I was a part of that 2019 furry war. I straight up swapped teams. The auto-balancing is strong. So we all know that anti-furries are a thing. Ever since furries have been acknowledged by the internet, or have existed as an entity on the internet, there have also existed anti-furries. I don't really know how to describe them besides people that hate furries. And whenever they see any form of furry hate in media or something, they hop on it and take it seriously. Like, remember that Flash Gets animated series, which was supposed to be entirely satire? All of it with.
Maybe I have seen that. It kind of looks familiar. I think I might have seen that, but I think I saw someone else reacting to it. Obviously another furry. Huh. Okay.
Flash Gets animated series, which was supposed to be entirely satire. All of it with like the Templars. Yeah, they take that to heart and they take that seriously.
Oh, that is so funny. I'm not gonna show it here because I found a Reddit post that mentioned Templars, and that's going to be for a future video, whenever that happens.
Some even roleplay in it, which is quite interesting, knowing roleplay is what furries do as well. But that couldn't be foreshadowing. They also have their own form of humor. Anti-furry memes in this case. Memes against furries, clowning on furries, which I'll admit, some of them are quite funny. Quality. Not that I condone the behavior of, you know. But either way, today we'll be going over some anti-furry memes along with some anti-furry furry memes, which is pretty much just furries memeing on anti-furries, whether it's the ironic...
Okay, as much as I really need those capkins, I guess I'll have them off for this.
Anti-furry furry memes, which is pretty much just furry...
Die, freaking furries. I don't even know what that is, I don't want to know. Are you okay? Oh gosh, a meme within a meme. Wow, okay.
Is memeing on anti-furries, whether it's the ironic...
Anti-furries are just furries in denial. I mean, some of them are at least, yeah. That's really sad. But like, it's so true. It's just like the anti-furry becomes the furry, and I've seen that several times. Several furries used to be anti-furries. Beta in particular. I think Stormy was too, if I remember right. And just, yeah, it's so funny.
Reality that some anti-furries do become furries, I mean, like, hi, or that anti-furries expose themselves to more and become furries, I mean, like, hi, or that anti-furries expose themselves to more and more furry content, only to realize it's going to show up in their feed more and more because...
Which is funny because I've seen so many anti-furries being like, oh yeah, I don't mind because that means I get to bully more furries, and it's like, you're a sad human being if you think that's a good thing. A little insecurity showing off there, isn't it? Yeah.
Themselves to more and more furry content, only to realize it's going to show up in their feed more and more because of that. And that's really all there is to it, so let's get started. I feel like I made a mistake with doing this video. Oh, you're 15 and hate furries? That's cute. I'll check back on you in 3 years when you're a flaming homo with a persona with thigh highs. Now I know.
That is so true though. Oh my gosh. It's just like, it's practically inevitable at this point.
It's cute. I'll check back on you in 3 years when you're a flaming homo with a persona with thigh highs. Now I know it's a very specific thing to happen, and I have a whole video that I'm working on about like the cycle of anti-furry, because I feel like we've learned enough from either our own experiences or time itself to understand where things may lead. And the reason for that is because anti-furries, I feel like, are the group of people to expose themselves to furries the most. Furry propaganda is very much a thing that they watch and interact with a lot. If you comment on it, even if it might be, get this furry shit off my feed, why am I being recommended this? A lot of times, it's still going to be recommended to you. Because the algorithm doesn't care if you say, I don't like this in a comment. They're going to read that interaction as like, oh, They're interacting with this. Clearly, they want more of it. And then eventually, you admit that you might like that thing a little bit. And then slowly, more and more, you might become a furry. You have the end of a Scooby-Doo episode with Fred unmasking the villain, in which Fred is time and the masked villain is anti-furry logo. And then unmasked, it's a furry. Wow! I actually didn't know furries had their own flag. Wait a minute, how did anti-furries get their own flag?
I wouldn't really call that a flag, but yeah, like, when did that start? Why is that a thing? Why is it only anti-furries that have that thing? I've never seen furries use that. Like, when did they get that?
Wait a minute, how did anti-furries get their own flag? Anti-furries, the more you spend time being an anti-furry, there is the possibility of becoming a furry. The possibility isn't 0%. But you all...
It's just kind of like, yeah, I don't like this thing. This thing is stupid. Boaz? No, this thing is stupid. It's gross. And then eventually it's just like, I guess it's not so bad. And then like some years later, well, that happened.
The possibility of becoming a furry. The possibility isn't 0%. But you also have other classic memes like anti-furries. Oh, I love this one, where you stick a metal pipe in...
I love that one too.
The bike, and then you just blame something that has nothing to do with yourself. Clicks on painfully obvious furry thumbnail. Oh god, what the fuck is up with this furry shit? It's like, what do you expect's gonna happen when you click on that? See, look at him. Ooh, woo, cute fursuit. Why is he sad? What happened? Maybe he's sad because he's being made fun of. Don't interact with my videos. Don't leave comments on my videos. Oh no, he's so sad. Oh no, oh geez. And that's the thing. I get comments like that all the time on my videos, where some people will leave a comment a year or so ago, and then they'll come back later saying like, hey, sorry for this, I'm a furry now. That happened. And there are so many comments that I get like this, so many. Let me go through a bunch of them. As a retired anti-furry turned pro-furry, aka furry supporter, I confirm this as true. No, brother. And then they clap back by saying, you weren't involved in the anti-furry war of 2019, little scrub man. I love that. Little scrub man. And then anti-furry replies, the war is still going. Wait,
there is no war. The only war that is going on is within your own mind, stupid anti-furry. God, just accept the inevitable and just join us. That or just leave us alone, whichever one works for you. We're not bothering you.
Little scrub man. And then anti-furry replies, the war is still going. Wait, excuse me. The anti-furry war of 2019 is still going? I know that this comment is semi-recent. I have to know what's going on with this. The first furry war. Oh my god. What in the fuck is this?
Oh, no.
You know what? I might need to save the lore of the anti-furry war for another day.
Okay.
Again, I was worried about this, that I'd step into a whole other thing and go down a rabbit hole that I don't want to. And I'm stopping myself right now. So the anti-furry army Twitter account was suspended. Who'd have thought? And then someone left a reply saying ratio. And I kind of want to start using that image for ratio. Just two furries making out. Getting ratioed by furries as an anti-furry army. That is, ooh. You know, to some extent, I do feel bad for anti-furries. Like, you lost your anti-furry army Twitter account, and then you get ratioed by Stanley NPC. I don't know who Stanley NPC is. Correction, furries are cringe. That is a Roblox.
Literally anybody can be cringe. What? You're cringe, even. Stupid.
Character in your profile picture checks out. Well, this was sent 8 months ago. I wonder what they're doing now. Hey guys, just want to say I'm sorry, but I'm kind of a furry now. Anti-furries. I recommend getting off.
I rescind what I said. You're not stupid. You're smart now. Thank you.
Now. Hey guys, just want to say I'm sorry, but I'm kind of a furry now. Anti-furries. I recommend getting off the anti-furry pipeline before you turn into one. The anti-furry pipeline is a thing. It's real. There's no like proven science to it, but it does exist. Not to say that every anti-furry becomes a furry, but you get the picture. And then a comment that I received recently on a video. It's like YouTube knows I hate furries with how much it throws it in my face. And then some other person replies, then stop commenting on these videos. That's how the algorithm works. :3. You're just making it worse for yourself. There's so many easy ways to solve this without saying anything. But hey, I'll take it. That's a comment on my video, so thank you. It means a lot. Actually, funny thing, 40 minutes ago, I got a comment on my Why Furries Are Disliked video. Because they are fatherless.
The only fatherless one here is you, because people with actual fathers or had fathers don't act like that.
on my Why Furries Are Disliked video, because they are fatherless. I will never not love reading off spelling mistakes. I know it's supposed to be an insult. Oh, man. Anyways, you, a furry, a few years later. I'm a furry now. I guess I kind of understand what anti-furries mean by, like, the furry infection, you know, by more people becoming furries. There's more of a chance that someone else can become a furry because of that furry. Either when you're anti-furry. It was like me when I was, like, in my sort of edgy furries are cringe phase, where I'm like, oh, furries are so gross and weird, and I'd, like, try making fun of them to be cool. And then I'd be sitting there also watching a Majira Strawberry video, enjoying the full thing, being like, yeah, furries are weird. That was kind of funny. Maybe not all furries are that bad.
There
and here I am now. That's when I realized that I might have been a low-key furry. Furries. Also furries. It's a clear-cut example of how some furries view other furries. That's the thing about the fandom. It's so open and so big. Not the best describer there, which obviously has its downsides to it being open to everyone. Furries definitely have this sort of approach when it comes to other furries, and that's okay too. Not everyone's gonna get along, but it's kind of funny to see friendly fire in some sense. Anti-furry memes 14. Is that an ODST choking out the boy kisser?
Yes,
interesting thumbnail.
is.
Anti-furry memes V4. Steve holding a rocket launcher? I'm not even joking.
Why would you desecrate the greatness that is Steve Burns? Why? Why would you do this? It's so stupid.
Anti-furry memes V4. Steve holding a rocket launcher? I'm not even joking. That is actually funny. That would first. Ooh, this one looks neat. Top 10 reason why furry bad.
Oh.
Ow. That's so loud. That is so loud for no reason. Oh my god. They're fatherless because they have no dad. I love the megaphone.
I'm tempted to look up where the whole fatherless thing came to be, but I'm kind of scared to. And I have a feeling that I'm gonna regret that search. But like, why do they think that furries or future furries just automatically don't have a father? Like, do anti-furries somehow think that all furries are like the equivalent of Jesus, since like, you know, he didn't have an actual like physical father to donate half of his DNA? Like, do they think that we just spawned from a mom and that's it? Like, what? Why? I don't understand. Anyway.
They have to announce that too.
Yeah.
First reason, not really a valid reason, but keep going. They smell bad. You got a point with that one, actually. Furries can smell really bad.
Yep.
I do agree, some furries do need to take a shower. I'm just saying, you got a point there. They're ugly? Have you seen?
Okay, first of all, that's just mean. Second of all, I know for a fact that there are some pretty aesthetically pleasing furries out there outside of a fursuit. Or not wearing, anyway, you know what I mean. And those people who are just conventionally attractive, you're just in denial. You're just in denial. And you might even be like queer and in denial. So, yeah.
They're ugly? Have you seen furries IRL? You got a point. Mom said they're bad. Moms never lie. My mom would never lie to me. I love the example there. I'm mom.
Wow.
See, this is the one anti-furry meme I feel like I can thoroughly enjoy. It's so absurd. It's so blasted audio-wise. The bass is just gone. The little presentation models are hilarious. I mean, I had a fursuit a bunch of times. When you get...
Okay, so do you, if the too much fur that gets everywhere is a thing, do you just not like having pets that have fur? Like, okay, what?
Get a new fursuit, those fuckers shed like crazy. It's like you actually have a dog. So you had a point with that one.
Number 7, no dad?
I'm just driving home the point that doesn't actually exist. Like, okay. I'm getting more and more tempted to look up the whole fatherless thing, but I'm gonna regret it. I just know I'm gonna regret it because it's probably gonna be nothing. Like, okay, whoop-de-doo, some people don't have dads. A lot of anti-furries don't have dads. What about them?
Number 7, no dad?
They just did no dad, no father twice.
Yep.
Okay.
Number 8, stupid.
They're stupid. No, they aren't. Are you kidding? That is far from the truth.
He's probably gonna mention it, but if all the furries that are in IT and are working on the internet, however that happens, if they all just disappeared, the internet would explode. So they're not stupid. Also, there was literally a furry that helped create the COVID vaccine. Like, I'm sorry, you literally need to be smart to be able to do that stuff like that. Come on.
Truth, a lot of them are really fucking smart, actually.
Oh, okay, he did.
What is that? Hold on. No. What is that? What was that supposed to be? You didn't have a reason there. What is that supposed to be? Is that you realizing that furries aren't that bad? Why does it go from, like, happy to all, like, sad and confused? I can agree with the shower.
Assuming that last slide was not a mistake, I'm just guessing that the anti-furry tried to comprehend furries and their brain just exploded and they couldn't handle it, either because, like you said, that they realized that furries aren't all that bad, or they're becoming a furry, or their last brain cell died. One of the 3 or 4 things.
I can agree with the shower part and the shedding part, and maybe the mom being right part, because moms never lie. However, I wouldn't say that furries are bad because of it. You might not like them because of it, and that's valid. But objectivity and opinion are very different things. Just keep that in mind. Why I hate furries? Okay.
I'm gonna tell you why I hate furries.
I love that. Oh my god. Best TikTok stitch I've ever seen. I love, like, offset duets in videos.
Oh, wait a minute. I think I'm starting to understand. Okay, so that's an anti-furry, and he just said that was a stitch on TikTok. The person on the left, they're making an obnoxiously loud noise to drown out the hate? Maybe? I don't know.
Where it's just supposed to completely overpower whatever the audio is in the first one. Anti-furry says, furries are so cringe in a hateful tone. A furry agrees with him in a tired tone, sounding like they've heard it before. Anti-furry looks at the furry, and the furry looks back, staring at each other with suspense in their eyes. They agree on something. Look at that. People making friends.
Not the title. Sorry, I meant to say the thumbnail.
In their eyes. They agree on something. Look at that. People making friends. You're a furry, I'm a furry, we're a perfect match. I love doing that. Anti-furry looks at the furry. Oh, and they're... Okay, interesting. Not exactly the solution I was thinking of, but it's something. They embrace with a kiss, which may look unpleasant to the reader's ears. Okay.
What?
I don't have much to say about that. It's a meme. It's a lot to unpack. I don't know if I want to unpack it, because that's not the ending that I expected here. Furries. 13-year-old me. Me now. 13-year-old me.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Like, even some of my friends throughout high school and college, I didn't even realize were going to be furries. Like, I had a friend from high school who, like, a Jaguar character, really liked Jaguars in general. I'm like, you're pretty cool. You're not mean to me. That's neat. And then we just kind of went our separate ways. And then I went to my first furry convention, and he was there. I'm like, oh, hi. This is interesting. U.S. Navy woman dresses up as a giant husky dog in a homemade fursuit. Not the Navy. To be fair, though, you have to admit, that is pretty cool. That's something you realize eventually. Furries are everywhere. They're not just in IT departments or engineers. They're all over. They're doctors, they're nurses, they're electricians, they're in the military. I think that's about it for the furry memes. I did want to go over one last one as a sort of, send-off, as a reminder with regards to anti-furries and furry memes with regards to anti-furries. Some of the things they say are unsavory, but you gotta keep in mind to not be cruel. And so, I want to go over one last meme to wrap things up. Furries are dumb, and I hate them. They have no life and are gross and weird, and... Alright, good luck with that, man. I love the depiction of the furry is just so much taller than them, too.
and trans, too.
Remember, a lot of furries are usually kids. As much as the things they say and do are...
I didn't catch that last... I didn't catch the caption, but I'm pretty sure it was a correction of furries to furry haters.
Remember, a lot of furries are usually kids. As much as the things they say and do aren't okay, it's also not okay for us to go after and harass them. They're under the influence of a cruel, anonymous place. Scroll or block. That's the thing, fair, be the better person in the end. Don't be the better person through, like, trying to one-up them. Just try to treat people with kindness. Don't treat people the way they treat you. Try to be better. That's what I try to do. Obviously, I slip up from time to time. I mean, let's be real, we're all human. It sucks. But it's at least something to keep in mind with regards to anti-furries in the end. The best way to interact with them is to not interact with them at all. So don't do what I'm doing and making a full-blown video about the memes on them. Learn from my example by not being like me.
What?
And on that
Too
note,
late, I
thank you all
guess.
for watching. But if you enjoyed this
Okay, that was an interesting video. Not quite what I was expecting, but at the same time, kind of what I was expecting. I was expecting a little more. I don't really know what to say now. I guess really what I took out of this is just that anti-furries are sad people. Are either 13-year-olds, yeah, or they're grown adults who don't have anything better to do in life other than to hate other people because their life sucks and they view other people as having a sucky life too, just because they don't understand how hobbies work. It's just super depressing that that people don't know how to let other people just enjoy life. They just gotta stick their snoots into everything, and it's stupid that people just don't know how to live and let live. Like, there is no actual furry war. It's the only war is within your own mind, like I said earlier. It's just you not being able to come to grips with the fact that human beings are varied in what they like. And just because furries like what they like doesn't mean that they're somehow cringe. Because guess what? You probably have liked or like something that's cringe, even if it isn't furry. So, it really doesn't matter. Hi Boaz. Furry hate will never make sense to me. The same way that furry haters cannot fathom furries, I cannot fathom furry haters. It's just, I don't get it. You know, I kind of want actual, like, reasons besides the no shower thing, because I know that's a thing. Like, actual reasons that aren't fatherless, that anti-furries hate furries, because being stupid and because mom said so and whatever the other reasons were are not valid reasons. They're dumb. I need real reasons why furries deserve hate and why no one else deserves that same kind of hate. Because furries are just out here just trying to live their lives like everybody else, loving what they love. I don't see any difference. And if people have a problem with furries who have the ability and have the means to dress up in fursuits, then do you hate cosplayers? Like, earlier, there was an ODST. Do you hate when people dress up as Spartans from Halo? Do you hate when people dress up as Superman? Or, like, Thanos? Or whatever? Like, what's so different about them? Why are they okay, but furries aren't? What makes it so different that you're okay with comic book characters and video game characters and fantasy characters and friggin' people from history? What makes all of them so different than fluffy, potentially fluffy, colorful animals? What is so different about that? There's literally nothing different. It's just another form of cosplay. I don't get it. Like, I am petting my cat right now. He is super fluffy. He's affectionate. He's amazing. I love him to death. Why would I not want to dress up as something like that? If I could. I can't because I have heat intolerance. So, and I also am I'm not made of money. So why wouldn't I want to dress up as that? That sounds awesome. And I don't have to worry about adulting. I don't have to worry about, like, what goes on in other countries. I don't have to worry about the news. I don't have to worry about, like, something tragic happened. I can just be a silly cat online. So what is so bad about that? I remember talking to someone, and they actually had a problem with people pretending to not be who they actually are. And I'm just like, what? Okay, I understand if you don't like people randomly asking you to roleplay online and stuff, but why is it not okay for people to have a form of escapism? There's nothing wrong with that at all. But having something to be able to, I mean, okay, I'm gonna make a nerdy reference, and I don't care. Hating on furries is like someone in the Star Trek universe hating on people who use holodecks. Like, how does that make any sense? It makes no sense. It just it hurts my brain to try and wrap my head around furry hate. It really does. Like, I've been a furry without realizing it for as long as I can remember, and it's made me so happy. Why is that so bad? Why can't you just let me be happy? Being happy is something that everyone should strive for, and something that everyone should want for everyone else. They shouldn't want to be on top or be unhappy that other people are happy, and so they have to knock other people down a peg. Everyone deserves to be happy because happiness is a rare commodity. And the type of happiness that furry haters get from hating on furries, that's not true happiness. That's basically the equivalent of a drug that will only eat away at you on the inside and eventually on the outside. And then you look awful after so many years of doing it. And your brain also looks awful after so many years of doing it. It doesn't actually make you happy. It just makes you unpleasant to be around. And frankly, cringe. Hating on furries is cringe. I don't care how cliche that is or whatever. That's the truth. Because it just I don't want to repeat myself. It just honestly, I don't use the skull emoji at all in the way that people use it. But that skull emoji, the way that people use it, that's how I feel about anti-furries. Because it's really fecked up that there are people out there who actually want to bring harm to other people simply because of a hobby. The fact that there are people out there want to make others feel bad to the point of suicide, that's not even cringe, that's just disgusting. So, yeah, as you can tell, I have a lot to say about anti-furries, apparently. I would like to be able to make my own video about this, but I think I'm just going to react to videos like this one because I need to drive home a point. Because I think there are a plethora of furries reacting to anti-furry memes, but not enough videos, at least that I've seen, actually talking about how sad anti-furries are. And I'm going to end with the title, which is, no, anti-furries are not okay. And I hope they become okay someday, because the world could really use a lot less hate. And that's all I'm going to say about that. I'm just going to end it here since I said what I said. So, until we meet again, stay floofy.